How to feel consistently motivated 24/7. Very easy, no bullshit guide. So let's go. So, the first tip is do things for yourself. Okay, that motivation needs to come from within. No nothing from the outside world which is not in your soul is gonna help you. It's not gonna make you motivated. And if you're not feeling demotivated, it means you're simply doing it for someone else. It's a fact because um, you may have heard this phrase, which was don't change for other people. Now, I agree with just one part of that sentence, which is don't change for other people. When you do something with someone else in mind, I'm not saying other people can't motivate you, but they can only rise you higher. They cannot get you there to your destination. You have to do it yourself. You have to do the walking yourself. You need to rise yourself. They can only fire you up to do it. So I've always seen this when someone, if you're like only studying to get a grade to make your parents proud, you will find yourself slacking off because it's not coming from within. Never keep conditional goals because your parents, they may or may not be proud of you in the end. What if yeah, not like accusing anyone, but there is a possibility you put in all the work, you did really well, even if it wasn't what you wanted at the end of the day, but you did your absolute best and you personally are happy with it, but then your parents are not happy with it. That just lowers you your confidence down. It just brings you down, right? So do not, my first step is do not do things with conditions. Do not keep a goal, don't keep motivation with conditions because it's not going to last. It is simply not going to last. You have to do it for you, so it has to come from within. Okay, like I do 10,000 steps every single day, but absolutely no one in this world has told me to do it. I do it because within me I know the person who I'm going to be stuck with 24/7 is me, and I'm doing it to make myself proud. Yeah, it is not conditional because I'm always going to be stuck with me, right? So I'm just doing it for me. Has to come from within. If it doesn't come from within, then motivation is not going to last. Okay. Second, do not give yourself a choice. Like, you give yourself a choice in your head whether to like walk outside or just slack off. For example, what if I have that option in mind? I can easily just opt for option 2, but I simply don't keep that option in my head. It's just not a possibility for me. I like visualize myself erasing the second option because basically that option shouldn't exist. That if I have kept a goal, I just have to do it. There's no option. It's as simple as that. Keep it extremely simple. I will find a way to do 10,000 steps. Even if I don't go outside the house, I will walk in one area, circle it in just a few centimeters over and over until I do 10,000 steps, or I will do whatever it takes to do it. I just don't give myself that option. Third, how to keep yourself motivated is mindset. So, you have to really keep yourself fired up and motivated in here. And that is something no one can really do for you, unfortunately. Like, you might watch these motivational videos, feel motivated for a while, and then you find yourself just not feeling motivated afterwards. No, you have to constantly like do that motivational video motto in your head for yourself. Like, it should not come from someone else. You need to keep yourself motivated. Like, yes, I do not want to keep walking, I'm exhausted, but I I'm still gonna do it. I can do it. I can do it. You just keep telling yourself that. You have to be your own motivational talker. That's my tip. Because what goes on in here is key. Okay, you just need to keep motivating yourself even if you feel burned out. You, I wouldn't say like don't address it because that's unhealthy, but you keep it aside for the moment. Whatever exhaustion or burnout, whatever, you keep it aside, you keep it going, you do the goal, and then later on address how you feel. Okay, address how you feel, go over it in your head, but you will know you still did the thing. So you'll feel satisfied and it'll give you some closure to whatever emotions were going on when you were doing it. Okay, these are the main tips. Yes. The last tip, again, really, you need to really emphasize that idea in your head, what I'm about to tell you, because when I'm gonna tell it I'm gonna tell this thing to you right now, and you're gonna think, oh, that's not realistic. But here's the thing, unless you keep repeating that thought in your head, it is not gonna work. So I promise, if you do it enough times, it will work for you. So what my this my what goes on in my head to keep myself motivated 24/7 is, I have a choice to be grateful and use this moment to the absolute fullest, or be disappointed a few months later and look back on my life and think, oh, I had so many opportunities. And I really, that really motivates me, honestly. You need to, so my point is, you need to keep an idea that motivates you, and you keep repeating it in your head. That for me, what motivates me is, I don't want to have regrets, I want to live every life to the fullest. That is super super important to me. So when that, as soon as I remember that, I feel motivated on my own. Okay, so you need to go after what makes you motivated, what makes you fulfilled, and you need to repeat it in your head. And the reason why I said, a lot of people, even like myself, a year ago, if I told myself this a year ago, I would think it was a bit unrealistic, because it's not always going to keep me motivated. But you need to remove that idea in your head that you can't be motivated 24/7. Who says you can't? You just need to do it. You just need to do it, but it needs to come from within. You can be motivated 24/7 if it comes from within. You need to constantly motivate yourself. Okay, last tip is to take rest. um you need to take optimum rest as well, and take time for yourself. You can be, that can be part of your motivation. It doesn't have to be this reward or this separate thing which is removing you from your goals and like against what you want to achieve. Keep it at the same level. Like me taking an hour after a long day to have some time to myself, take care of myself, that also motivates me, like that. Take rest, that's my point. Take rest. Burnout will happen if you never take care of yourself. It's important, and that can be used as your motivation. So yes.